Hey there, everybody. This is Ed, and welcome back to another edition of Bagel on Booze. We're in the month of December. Decem-Beer. Already in second review and already screwed it up, but we're in the month of Decem-Beer. And as I said yesterday, got a bunch of different set of beers to be reviewing this month. I do have a little update that I might have in my hands. Somebody pointed out to me there's a local place here that does carry the beer advent calendars. So not that I'm going to turn down an extra set of beer, but figure that might be, a little bit better to try if I can get my hands on it. We're going to go ahead and review the stuff out of that. Nothing wrong with the selections that I picked up from State Line, but I don't know, I guess, some of that stuff is biased to, things that I've tried, styles that I like. Somebody else has kind of picked for me. And there might be some good stuff, might be some bad stuff. We'll find out. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to pick that up this weekend. If we can get a hold of it, great. We'll review it. But in the meantime, we're going to stick with one of the items from my shopping. Again, we're still a little bit off on the beer haul. Well, this one is all winter long, so it's not just from the beer haul, but it's one that I carry and drink all winter long. It's a go-to staple. It's very mainstream, especially here on the East Coast. It comes from none other than Yuengling Brewery. And if you are familiar with anything about Yuengling in this time of year, it is, to go with the season, it is chocolate porter time for them. I don't know. That's probably not the proper way to put it. They're known for everything, but this is definitely a great beer. It's one of my go-tos during the winter time. So let's go ahead. We'll get the beer can fired up, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to sample this bad boy out. So as I said, we're coming to you with one of our more mainstream beers versus one of our more off-kilter beers. We'll go ahead and fire up the beer can. There we go. It is Yuengling's Chocolate Hershey Porter. This is combining over 300 years of experience. If you want to call it experience, I guess company legacy, whatever, between the two companies. It's a partnership that Yuengling, they were founded in 1829, original brewery up in Pottsville, PA, and then they partnered up with Hershey out of Hershey, PA. If you don't know that, that's where they're from, who set up in 1894. So they've been around for a while. This is a partnership that started in 2019. So this is year 4 that they're doing with it. It was a limited edition, came out. We all thought it was kind of a one and done thing. Much to everybody's delight, came back, and they're now in their 4th year. I have a feeling with the popularity of this beer, it is something that will come around. It will be a quote-unquote limited edition seasonal item that they'll release year after year. It definitely is very popular with a lot of people. It's a smooth, easy drinking beer. But in any event, this is a partnership that they set up. It is based upon Yuengling's Dark Porter. Believe it or not, with all the Yuengling that I've drank over the years, obviously most of Yuengling Lager, Yuengling Porter I've never really had outside of the chocolate porter. But in any event, they take their 193-year-old dark porter recipe. They combine it with Hershey's. Gives you chocolate, caramel, and dark roasted malt. And it's just a very smooth, easy drinking beer that you'll get out from this. Yuengling, as I said, you might be able to get it. They're pretty widespread now, but back in the day, they weren't. They were very local, primarily just feeding everything out of the PA location. But they purchased or set up, whatever you want to call it, a second brewery down in Tampa. Tampa handles kind of the southeast area, while PA handles New York. I think they partnered with Molson, and they got even a little bit more coverage from New England down through out to, like, I think parts of Illinois down to Kentucky, and then the Tampa brewery handles Florida, Alabama, Kentucky, Arkansas, and I think Tennessee. I've heard that they're even made it into Texas. It's 23 states right now. Come January, they will branch out into 3 more, and they will hit Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. That comes in 2023. So Yuengling's gone from this kind of little craft brew. They've expanded out. They've been around for a long time. Great beer that they have across their selection, and this just adds on to it. So let's go ahead. We're going to crack this open, get it poured so we can see what it looks like, and then we'll give it the old taste test and I guess smell test as we should do too with that. So let's get this going and get this cracked open.
I drink and I know things.
Okay, so we got it all poured out. Ooh, my bottle's a little twisted. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom. So we got it all poured out. You can see it's got a nice dark color, like our beer yesterday, which was a white stout. This is full dark bodied beer. So we'll go ahead and grab that. So I reach over. It sets up. There's just a low kind of chocolate. It's not very overpowerful. Which I guess like it's not just a in your face chocolate smell. It sets up pretty well. It's got, nice, it's chocolate. I guess it's Hershey's milk chocolate, obviously. But it's not overpowering. Like I said, it's a decent, smooth, easily drinkable beer. It goes down very easy. Pairs with just about anything. It's definitely, you could drink it straight up as a dessert beer. Pair it in with chocolates. Surprise, surprise. Cheeses. Barbecue, I've read. Pretty much, I think, about anything you can pair this up with. It's not super heavy, which is great. Unlike some of the other porters and stouts that you'll drink that just kind of fill you up. This, it's not super malty. So it again, it's got a nice smooth finish to it. It goes down pretty well, and just overall, it's a decent beer. So, it feels kind of unfair to rate it because this is definitely one that I've had before. But I guess we got to rate everything, and what else is going to give it? But it's 5. It's 5 out of 5. There's not much I can find wrong with it. Like I said, it is one of my go-tos during the wintertime. The other one is Leinenkugel's Vanilla Snowdrift Porter, their vanilla porter. So I guess just porters are great during the wintertime, during the cold and everything. So, that's my take on it. Hopefully you can find this. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend. As you can see, we already finished half the beer in that little bit. If you've not tried it, I definitely recommend at least get 1 or 2. Get yourself a 6-pack. Then you'll be buying more. If you do like it, great. If you don't like it, that's your take on it. So, but it's definitely one that I like. It's good, decent. Works well with a lot of stuff, which I think it works to its benefit. It's they're not pulling any punches off of this. They're not trying to do anything fancy. It's pretty much just straight up add a bit of chocolate into it. It works very well. Nothing fancy, no fruitiness. It's not overtly dark. It's not overtly heavy. And it just, it's got that kind of light, a little bit lightness to it. Barely can't get that word out for whatever reason, but it works. So, we're going to go ahead. Let's finish. We'll finish it out so we can finish out this podcast. Not podcast. Webcam blog, whatever this thing is. So, here we go. So, that's finished. I'm finished. We're finished. And I thank you for tuning in for another beer review during Decem-Beer. And we'll be back soon for another review, and hopefully we will track down our beer advent calendar. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.